Hello everybody, this is DearMamaSal on a very pleasant Wednesday morning. It is 6 degrees here in southern British Columbia, which would make it 42 in American. And today we're going to talk a bit about conflict, which we've been talking about all week. And this time we're going to talk about giving you a visual to remind you when to back off. It's not about whether you're right or wrong. It's, the old adage is, it is better to be happy than right. And when I say happy, if you have high self-esteem, or even if you're working on improving your self-esteem, you realize that you don't have to win every fight. And if you give certain things enough time, you will be proven right, or not, and that's okay. I think part of the problem that we have in life is we believe everybody should agree with us instead of agreeing to disagree. I had a couple of examples in the last couple of days that I thought would help. I'm a great believer in, it's one thing to say it, there's another thing to tell a story around it so you can understand how it happens in reality. But what triggered me to talk about this today in the way I'm going to was something that Nana said to me yesterday. And for those of you who know just Nana, she comes up with some incredible one-liners every now and then. And this quote was just so good. And I was talking to her about something on a private level, and she came back. Was it on a private level, or did she do it on I can't remember whether she actually did it on a comment or not. But anyway, basically, in what she replied to me, which I'm pretty certain was on a private level, she said, and something along the lines of, a long time ago I learned not to fan the embers of a fire. And I read that and I thought, what an incredible visual that is. So there you are looking at some coals, and you can see there's some heat in there. But if you just leave it alone, the heat will die down and the fire will go out. Your other choice is to fan the flame, or fan the embers until you get to a flame, and then if you fan that a bit more, you're going to have a roaring fire in your hands. Sometimes that's what you want in life, but most times it's about the last thing you want. And Dana, thank you so much for the quote, because it was just, in that second I went, wow, what a great visual to give people. So what I'd like you to do is to concentrate this week on when you should fan the flames, and when it'd be a really good idea just to let them be. And let the fire die out and get on with your life. Be happy rather than right. Now, I've got two practical examples. One happened to me earlier, I think over the weekend or sometime anyway in the last week, where a viewer did a hit and run. I really find that very difficult, because what they're doing is they're making sure that they have to have the last word. All right, so they attacked me on something, and then when I went to respond, it was a Facebook message. When I went to respond on Facebook, it was blocked. Now, there was nothing I could do about it, because that was my way of helping this person. And by the way, it was somebody that I had tried very hard to. And then I couldn't reply. And the next thing is this person is attacking me and calling me a bitch and all sorts of names because I hadn't responded. Like, hello? First of all, I don't want to respond to somebody who's already calling me names. And because I don't want to, as Nana so correctly said, I have no wish to fan the flames, especially with somebody who might be a little vulnerable. And so I couldn't believe it. I'm now getting called a bitch because I didn't reply, and they had apparently shut down their Facebook account, so I couldn't reply. Anyway, so I just didn't worry about it because there's nothing else I can do, and I went on with my life quite happily. And then I got hit again for not replying. Go figure. Really weird. And accusing me of other things that I hadn't done. So I just took another deep breath and let it go and moved on. Some days later, this person writes to me like nothing has happened. A delightful, chatty little note saying they need some help on something. And I'm reading this and I'm going, wait a minute. You've called me all sorts of names. You've attacked me and made sure that I couldn't respond. And then you attacked me for not responding. And now you want to be charming because you need some help on something. So I wrote back and said, I'm really sorry, but you can't do this for 4 days and then suddenly expect me to be your friend, because life's not like that. You have to wait until it feels safe again, because it sure as heck didn't feel safe for all of last week. So I was really quite angry. No, actually I wasn't angry. I was angry at the first response. After that I wasn't angry anymore. It was just like whatever. So I was very surprised about the request. And then, of course, I got attacked again because I called it for what it was. And got called more names. And that's okay. I understand, I'm not going to respond anymore. I hope that they do have a lot of love in their life, and that they have a lot of people who care. And I had another thing happen this week where I saw something going on that actually I didn't think was right. And if you know me at all, I am inclined to call things that I don't think are right, and I did. And I did it privately. And the person that I did it to and with took it the wrong way, or the right way in that person's view, but took it the wrong way and was very reactive to it. And I had to look at it and go, did I fan the flames? As Nana was saying, did I fan the flames? Yep, I did. because I didn't think what was happening was right. So I did. And did part of me know that there was, when they came back with that amount of anger, did I get into a big upset about it? Actually, I wrote back and said, I'm sorry that you took it that way, because it was not my intent to do that, or to say that wasn't my intent. And I apologized. I literally just said, I'm sorry, or I apologize, and that was it. And the flame that I think I want to talk about that you need to put out is the one inside you where you go second guessing yourself and go, yes, but what if I had... There's no guarantee it would have worked any better. So just move on. I used to spend years and years second guessing myself on stuff, and it's just like, move on. Apologize if you need to. If you feel you're being abused, call it, and then move on. You know what I mean? It's just like some fires you can't put out, and they're going to have to burn themselves out. And it may have absolutely nothing to do with you. What you don't know is what is going on in that person's life that you don't know about. And 9 times out of 10, when you get a strong reaction, it's not just about you, it's about everything else, and you ended up being the person who got attacked. Okay, so everybody, have a great day. Be careful with those embers in your life. This is DearMamaSal saying bye-bye for now.